Welcome and enjoy your magical marketing insights. Hey there, this is Christine Collins, and today I'm going to give you a few things that I see as some common messaging mistakes and what we can very easily do about them to make our messaging even more effective. So the first one has to do with the language that we use and the way that we are writing when we're creating our content, our social media posts, and anything else that we're communicating out with our audience. Connecting with her, captivating her, and really kind of drawing in that niche aligned client is closely tied to the way that we choose our language and ensuring that the way that we're describing things and calling her in is very tangible and very specific to her and is using words that are captivating versus things that are kind of broad and generic. And that leads me perfectly into the second point, which is the easiest way to ensure that your writing is tangible and applies to her and will help to connect with her and captivate her is to really understand who she is, what she desires, and what her lived experience is like. And that is where the niching element comes in. When we niche to desire, we have a clear understanding of what it is that she desperately wants in her life, and also what is her current lived experience. What does her day-to-day look like from the time that she wakes up in the morning? What is it that's happening for her in her experience that connects into what we help with? So if we have moms who love lemonade and they love lemonade and their kids love lemonade, but those moms would like to have healthy options and a healthy lifestyle, and they would like to have less sugar, then what we understand is that her lived experience is that she loves lemonade and her kids love it, and maybe even her kids refuse to drink plain water or something like that. So that's the lived experience. That's the tangible, clear story that you can tell in regards to her life and her lived experience. Her desire is to have a healthier alternative and a healthy lifestyle for herself and for her family. So let's just say hypothetically that you make the perfect potion, magical potion that you can pour into a glass of water and it will taste like lemonade without all the sugar and unhealthy aspects of it. So as a marketer, you know your audience, you know her desire, and you know her lived experience. So you understand that her desire is to have a healthy lifestyle and for her children, but her lived experience is that maybe her kids won't drink plain water and she loves lemonade and they love lemonade. So you have kind of a clear and tangible picture that you can use when you're talking through your messaging and your marketing. And by being clear and specific, talking about like a hot summer's day and you'd love a refreshing drink, and then going into the details of her lived experience as well as the details of her desire is a very effective way of communicating with her and messaging for her in a way that's going to capture her attention and help her to understand that you get it and that you have something that can really help her. The second messaging mistake that I sometimes notice is to do with having a clear and cohesive purpose to all of our content. And just to give you an example, let's just say that you go to a really fun and exciting training and you're learning all kinds of cool things and it's really interesting what the presenter has to share. And then at the end, they talk about their offer, their service, their product, whatever that is, but it's not related at all to the things that you thought were so cool about that training. That feels like a huge letdown, and it's very disappointing because you may have actually been looking forward to how you can work with that person or get even more into further down that rabbit hole with that material. So it's really important that our content and our freebies and all of the things that we're sharing and putting out there actually connect back to our offers in some way. One, it makes it more cohesive and easier to follow along for the audience. 2, it helps to juice up interest and give them a little taste of what working with you would actually be like in a paid capacity. And 3, it helps to have kind of a cohesive map for your business so that you have freebies that point into your offers and you have content that's connected to your offers. And that way, everything that you're putting out there is kind of intuitively and inspired, but also strategic at the same time, and that you're not wasting your efforts on content that's not actually doing the job of generating things for your business. And then the third messaging mistake that sometimes comes up is to do with neuro-informed messaging. And I have a webinar on this in case you're interested in going a little bit deeper with it. But essentially, there are differences in the ways that the people that are paying attention to us, our audience, and our future clients, in the ways that they make their decisions, and particularly their purchasing decisions. There are some people who need a long period of time to be able to make a buying decision, whereas others are very spontaneous. There are some people who need to have a big picture of things versus others who really need to see those little details in order to make a purchasing decision. And they just aren't going to feel ready to buy unless they have that. Still others who need to be able to speak with someone else, a partner, friend, or family, and or see testimonials. And our testimonials are not there to show off. They're not there to show the world like how wonderful our clients think we are. They are there for those external decision makers who need third-party validation in order to feel safe to buy. It's kind of like if someone was going to go bungee jumping, they may first just want to talk to someone who landed safely on the ground before they take that step. And so for a lot of people, it's just helpful for them to know that someone else has worked with you already and had a good experience, and that yes, it's a legitimate business. Yes, it's a good experience. Yes, you do provide some of the things that you're out there marketing that you provide. And in general, I would just say, being attentive to the client and the audience who is out there listening, watching, and paying attention, and having kind of your finger on the pulse of that. And that can come through paying attention on social media, reading discussion threads, not always commenting, certainly that's a great idea, but sometimes it is just reading interactions, noticing which questions are being asked, and how people in general are feeling about different topics that relate to your topic. And that is just as important in your business as reviewing your metrics and all your goals and looking at your open rates and all of those lovely numbers. Nothing wrong with monitoring those things, but just making sure that we don't lose sight of the person and the client that we are hoping to attract and connect with. So I hope you found this to be interesting and helpful. Once again, I'm Christine Collins. You can check out my work further at 𝓜𝓪𝓰𝓲𝓬. And in the meantime, lovely, I hope that you have an absolutely magical and creative rest of your day. Thanks for listening. This is Christine Collins at 𝓜𝓪𝓰𝓲𝓬.